Uh, yeah, Gopal. So, am I
Yeah, Len.
audible?
Yes, Lenin, you are. Please go ahead.
Okay, so my overall experience around 14 plus, and I am Active Directory Core Technology. And recently I joined one company, so past 2 years ago, where I
Mm-hmm.
have been working like a security related task. So it is like a contract position.
Mm-hmm.
And right now that position it's going to be end after 3 months. So I just want to prepare myself. So I'm giving a interview to outside. Okay. So based on my experience, people are looking my profile. It's basically it is selecting for architect level.
Mm-hmm.
So I being Active Directory. So I know for Active Directory operation wise and Entra side, AD Connect.
Mm-hmm.
Those things I know. So when I'm giving interview, so I couldn't clear that actually what they are looking like architect level.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I should want to know. So like I just to learn it like architect level, and I as well as I should be able to clear that interview. So this is my main goal.
Okay. All right, Lenin. So that is pretty much clear. So what I got to know, like, you have a very good experience. Okay, architecture level of experience that you are carrying right now, and
Mm.
you are into AD, right?
Huh.
Right, and also you worked on Entra ID before.
Yes, before I have worked on like 2 years before one of the project.
Mm-hmm.
I very well about AD Connect, troubleshooting, installation, and active passive and switching those things, and
Mm-hmm.
building another aging server
Mm-hmm.
and Entra Connect sync services and the sync trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And Entra side how to create that conditional access policies.
Mm-hmm.
And
RBAC policies.
yes, and somewhat recently there is no touch, so I need to be brush up. Then I could be able to
Okay.
probably L2 like L1 L2 like task I am able to do it from Entra
Mm-hmm.
Connect,
Okay.
Entra ID.
Okay. Uh, got it, Lenin. So that's pretty much info which I got from you. So it's pretty clear. So, Mm. like Ganesh told, you are all looking for this intra ID architecture level of training, and also you need support in cracking the interview, right?
Yes, yes,
So, right. So mainly, doing a simple task won't help, right? So just thinking the AD connect or creating a user or you know giving him the conditional access policy, setting up some sort of policies, okay, allowing him or restricting him to some applications, right? So all those sort of things, you can do it, and you did it in the past as well, right?
yes,
But
yes,
when we talk about the architecture level, so we need to have the clear understanding, the fundamental and the complete knowledge about this
mm,
intra ID architecture.
yeah, correct.
Okay, so what is the functionality all about? So why we are using the conditional access policies, why we are using the RBAC policies, right? And why we are using the AD Connect, right? So how we are
Mm,
syncing, what are the methods that we are using, whether it is a password hash synchronization or anything else. Okay, how we are migrating the users from on-prem to this Intra ID, right? So all those things, all those parameters, everything will be discussed. And it's not a sort of classroom training, so it's a practical training which we are giving. It's a kind of live interaction. Okay. uh, so it would be the course duration would be 1 to 1.5 months. Okay. uh, and then, like, we'll be assigning you with some task and everything post session. Okay, so
mm,
depending
mm,
on your requirement, if you want to get it done at the faster pace, that
mm,
also
mm,
can be done. Okay.
mm.
And 24 by 7 support is what you're gonna get it from me and Ganesh. Okay, anytime you can call or anytime you can text us over the WhatsApp, right? So that
Uh-huh.
sort of thing will be there from our side. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
having
Mm.
said that, we need to have the same efforts and everything from your side as well. Okay,
Yeah, that I can do it because I am only looking, no, so to learning everything.
right, right.
Yes,
So
that definitely I will put it my
right,
effort under this.
right. So we need the same side of support from your side. uh, that's when we can crack the interview, so no worries. Over the period of training also, I'll help you with the real time scenarios. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and how do we troubleshoot the things at the L3 level or at the architecture level. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we will explain you on that as well. Okay, we'll train you. So I'm
Yeah,
just
sure.
quickly sharing my screen. Okay, so what all topics and everything which we gonna cover during this intro ID architecture training. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
just do let me know once you start seeing it. Okay,
Yeah, sure.
just a moment. Meanwhile, do you have any questions or anything for me?
Uh, so far, no.
Okay,
So, my side, I'm clear with. So, I just don't want to clear for interview only.
I
I
know.
just to be so after that selection also, I should be manageable. Otherwise, I can't survive over there, right?
Okay, so
That is the reason also I'm looking.
got it, Lenin. I got you. You need a training. Okay, you need to help in cracking the interviews and post getting the job. Also, you need a support from our side, right?
Yes.
That will be there from my side. So regarding that, formalities and other things, Ganesh gonna talk about it. But for right now, my part is the training and the support from the technical aspect. Okay, I'm
Okay.
gonna provide you. Okay,
Sure.
so
Sure.
now I'm gonna share my screen. Just do let me know once you start seeing it. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
And it's a PowerPoint presentation,
Yeah.
right? So, Lenin, coming to this training, so we have a different models. I have segregated it. Okay, there are different modules. We're gonna cover, each and every module one by one. Okay, so
Ah,
we're gonna start with Microsoft Entra ID. Previously, it was known as Azure Active Directory. Okay,
yes.
I think it's a 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, the name has been modified. Okay, it's been
Ah, ah,
renamed.
ah,
And
ah.
so here, what we're gonna discuss about? We're gonna discuss about identity and access management architecture. Okay, and the overview of Microsoft Entra ID, how exactly it is, its architecture. Okay, how the flow and everything. We're gonna talk about the authentication. Okay, and then we're gonna talk about something related to the security, right, and also governance. Okay, there
Ah,
are hybrid identity as well, which we're gonna talk about, and the best practices that we follow.
okay.
Okay, so that is this is a overview. Okay, so
Okay.
what all things. Okay, so if we just go one by each and every module, so it's gonna talk about the what is Microsoft Entra ID, what are the functionalities. Okay, and why do we need to have this in place. Okay, what are the functions of this. It's needs for the authentication, authorization, identity protection, right, SSO, single sign on, MFA, right, conditional access, multi-factor authentication, conditional access, identity governance. So all these topics will be covered here. Okay, so once we are done with that, we're gonna move with the next module that we have, like the how do we manage this Microsoft Entra family complete. Okay, the permission management, how do we verify the ID. Okay, what is identity governance, what is internet access, what is private access. So all these topics will be discussed over here. So once we are done with that, moving to the another slide, we're gonna talk about the architecture. Okay, so how many users we have, what type of users, whether he is employee or whether he is a guest or whether he is an external user. Okay, and then
Mhm.
for the authentication part, so how do we gonna do with the authentication? So you have to provide permission or the access at the Microsoft Entra ID tenant level. Okay, once you're done with that, you're gonna just give access at the app, right? You're gonna manage the devices, you're gonna manage the group policies, right? How you're gonna manage it? When it comes to the devices, you're gonna use Intune. Okay, when
Okay.
you have a groups, how do you manage? You're gonna manage it with the RBAC, role based access control. Okay, when it is the apps, okay, you're gonna manage with the single sign on. Okay, and policies. So what all policies? Condition access policies, how do you manage it and how do we implement that? So all these things will be covered over here in the architecture. Okay, so
Okay.
once you're done with that, where we were, okay, we were at this architecture. So once we are done with that, we're gonna talk about the tenant architecture. Okay, when it is a single tenant, how it works, how do we create the user groups, apps and devices. When it comes to a multi-tenant, so how do we uh, enable the communication between these two tenants? Okay, how do we
Mm-hmm.
gonna create the shared users who can access both the tenants? Okay, how we gonna provide access to the application, shared applications? So all these permissions and everything will be covered over here. So once we are done with that, we're gonna come to the identities. So what all identities that we gonna use, or what all identities that Microsoft Entra ID talks about? We have cloud only identities, we have hybrid identities, right? Previously we talked about the external identities, external users or the guest users. So how do we configure service principals? How do we manage, how do we use this manage identities? So all these things will be discussed over here. So once we are done with that, we gonna go with this authentication flow. Okay, so what sort of authentication which we are using? Okay, when he is a user, whether he is using password or multi-factor authentication. Okay, then enter ID, then conditional access, how the token generation takes place. Okay, to which Azure resource it is gonna take. Okay, so that sort of authentication flow will be discussed over here in the authentication flow. Okay, so
Okay.
once we're done, we're gonna talk about further more about this authentication flow here. Okay, the how client is accessing the server, right? So when you're
Okay.
how the token works. Okay, so it is gonna done via API. So how the access token is given, how it can be refreshed. Okay, what is ID token? So these all things will be discussed in this authentication flow. Okay, so once it is done, you were previously talking about the open ID connect, right? So this is where we're gonna use it. What is authentication, what is the application, what is the open ID connect? Okay, then enter ID, what is the ID token? So these things will be covered over here in the open ID connect. Okay, so I have elaborated each and every topic in this training program. Then we have something called the SAML authentication. Okay, for enterprise applications. So there are applications like Beyond Trust. Okay, that is a tool people use to connect to the servers remotely. Okay, so how the SAML authentication is being done and how do we configure that? So everything will be covered over here in the SAML. Okay, so once we are done with that, we're gonna talk more about the authorization. So when we say authorization, what sort of authorization and how it can be achieved? Okay, so it is usually be achieved by the RBAC. Okay, role based access control. Okay, depending on the roles, we're gonna give that level of access to or the particular administrator. Okay, so let's say we have a company. Okay, single person, if he's an Azure administrator, senior Azure administrator, he cannot be managing everything. Okay, that will be segregated into different uh, you know uh, that responsibility will be segregated between or across, okay, the different administrators. Okay, the who is having the less of years of experience, he can just be managing the user administrator, just providing access to the users and all. Okay, the who is a senior person, he can be granted with the global administrator. What is security administrator? What is the task that he does? Okay, what is the functionality of this application administrator? Who is billing administrator? So there would be dedicated administrators. Okay, so how these roles and access would be given will be discussed in this RBAC. Okay, so single Azure admin cannot manage everything. He has to delegate the permissions and everything. Okay, roles and everything to their teammates, and that team will be managing. Okay, then we're gonna talk more about the Azure RBAC. Okay, this is the architecture, how it is being done, at what level. So starting from the management group and then subscription, then it comes to the resource group, and then resources. Okay, and also what sort of roles that we are giving him, whether we are giving him the ownership role, or whether we are giving him the contributor role, and whether we are giving that person as a reader role. Okay, so when it comes to the contributor, he can make the changes and everything. Okay, owner also can make the changes and everything, he can provide permission to others as well. But when it comes to the reader role, if an administrator is having only the reader role, he cannot delegate the permission to other user. Okay, so those sort of things will be discussed in this Azure RBAC. Okay, so once we are done with that, we're gonna talk about the on-prem AD. Okay, because it's a hybrid entity. There are companies who are still using on-prem AD. Okay, and also they are using the Entra ID. Okay, but in order to enable the communication between Azure AD and the on-prem AD, okay, or the Microsoft Entra ID, we need to have some synchronization. So that synchronization would be uh, you know discussed over here, how that's gonna done. Okay, how we gonna replicate on-prem users to the Azure AD or the Entra ID, that can be, that will be discussed here. Okay, in detail. And what sort of methods that we are using, whether it's a password hash synchronization we are using, or are we using ADFS or pass-through authentication. Okay, so all these things will be discussed over here. Okay, there are some companies who use only password hash synchronization. Some organization are using ADFS. Okay, depending on the requirement and everything, they select authentication methods. Okay, moving further, we're gonna talk about the security. When we talk about the security, Intra ID enables wide range of security. Okay, by enabling the MFA. Okay, so what sort of MFA that they are using? Mobile app, SMS, FIDO, password, authentication factors. So those gonna be discussed over here. Okay, and then we're gonna talk about the conditional access in detail. What are the conditions? Who is the you? Okay, who is the user? What are the group? What is the device? What is the risk involved? Okay, what is the location? Okay, whom do we need to block? Whether we need to provide access at the application level, right? Whether that device is a compliant or not. So all these things will be discussed in this conditional access. Moving further, we're gonna talk about the identity protection. Just because we are providing access to them, also it is our responsibility being an Entra ID administrator, right? We need to risk the detection, right? And also we need to uh, you know protect the identity by inducing the malware. Okay, how, whether the credentials are being leaked. Okay, so user is accessing from which location. All these things will be discussed over here. Then we have something called the password protection. How we gonna protect our password? Are we using the smart lockout? How do we use customer band password, right? Or it's a global band password list. All these things will be discussed over here. There are further more topics which we have. uh, I'm sorry, I lost the previous my PowerPoint presentation. So this is the presentation which I got, and still I need to add some more slides and work upon. So these are the topics that we're gonna cover during our training session, and we're gonna give you hands-on experience over here. We're gonna create a real-time scenarios for you. Okay, the duration would be 1.5 months, 1 to 1.5 months. And still, if you need at the faster pace, like I said, we can do that. But at the same time we have to increase our everyday duration training time, which could be 2 hours, 1.5 to 2 hours. So that is all from me. Lenin, if you have any questions or anything for me, just do let me know.
Pretty much clear. So whatever you have explained, and I have a few doubt over here. Here,
Mm,
um, nowadays, people are looking for more and more for security related, right?
right.
Like I'm giving for one example for Zero Trust. So
Right.
where recently I have attended the interview, people are looking for Zero Trust, and
Right.
they have asked for different scenario question also
Scenarios. Mm-hmm.
that I have noted down. So if it is possible, so I'll list out those kind of scenario question and all. That also you are able to clear it out, right? So
Yes,
scenario
we,
based.
like I said,
Uh-huh.
there are few topics still, okay, which are not been added to this slides. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so Ganesh has already shared those topics with me. It is with me. Okay, the zero trust
Uh-huh.
and all. So it is with me. So no worries about it. We're gonna cover it. Okay, so
Okay. Then.
just a moment. Let me just go through that where it is.
No problem, no worries. So if it is there, fine.
No, no, I'm gonna just list out those topics as well so that it would be pretty clear for us. Okay. Uh,
Mhm.
there is something called BSI benchmark, right? Zero trust, SaaS security framework you talked about,
Yes,
and
correct.
you mentioned all the data security foundation as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all these topics will be included in this training.
Okay, then fine.
Okay, it's just that I don't have those slides prepared, so
No
that is.
problem, no problem. So, Ganesh says we have a discussion. At the time, what are the mind I have that scenario, no, that I have shared with him.
Hmm.
So, even I have for some point also, which I have noted down in my diary, that
Hmm.
I'll share you. So, when our class will start.
Okay. So definitely, we I can eventually discuss with Ganesh on this, and we can start the training.
Mhm.
But again, I just want to know that you need only training at the Entra ID architecture level, or you need the complete Azure training as well.
Uh, Enter ID, as of now, it is fine for me to get it for other job.
Hmm.
In future, I need for any demand, so I need to learn. Then will connect, I think.
No
Sure.
worries, no worries,
Mm.
because we provide the complete training of Azure. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
as you requested for the special specific only to the Azure, Entra ID, we can do that as well. So no worries about it. So I think this, the presentation and everything, gives you the clear picture what all topics and how our training would be, right? So if you still
Yeah.
have any doubts or anything, just do let me know. I'll be more happy to answer your questions.
Yeah. One more doubt. So, are you working or you are pure into the training person?
I'm into both,
Oh, both. Very good then.
right? So.
Because so
Mhm.
if you are a trainer, so you are able to explain it end to end everything. But if you are in really doing for IT related job, then you know right real time scenario how that interview question will happen. So what are the real time scenario? How
I I I
for example,
apologize. I apologize,
yeah.
Lenin. I didn't introduce, myself. Okay, I'm having,
Yeah.
12 years of experience into the IT industry. Okay, 10 years into the Azure, managing the Azure infrastructure. So where, I have experience in migrating the servers. I have experience in, creating this Azure tenants. Okay, this intra ID tenants is what we are talking about. Okay, end
Uh-huh.
to end flow and everything I manage. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so not only this, I also work on the networking part, also work on the storage part. Okay,
Mhm.
how do we set up the VPNs and everything? Okay, and how do we troubleshoot, what are the real time scenarios and everything? Okay, we really get issues day in and day out. and I'm a solution expert, for my organization.
Oh, great, great. Good to hear that.
Right. So that's pretty much about me. And still, if you have any doubt or anything, so just do let me know.
Okay. You are solution architect or implementer side?
Solution architect.
Great.
We have a
Fine then.
team
So,
down under, uh, I work with them. Okay, onboarding, offboarding. Okay, and real time scenarios, migrations of servers and applications. Right, providing this, how do we manage this payment, everything. So all these things will be done under my supervision.
sure, sure. And so my job timing is 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock probably afternoon. So how we can connect and what are the timing will be suitable for you?
So you are into the EMEA shift, right?
Uh,
Typically in this. So we gonna cover it during the morning time.
okay,
Okay, maybe your wish, like 8 to 10 we can sit around, or 8 to 10, I think that should be good.
okay, okay.
Or 12 to 9 you can go to your office, or you can, if you're doing
Correct,
remote
correct.
work, you can do that as well. I think morning time would be the best time for both of us. It will work out
Uh,
because I work during the USR, so I'll be available post 3, I'll be free. Okay, and
uh,
I can start by 8.
oh, okay, okay. So a little bit can we adjust for 9 o'clock or 8:30 something?
9 also I'm fine with that.
Okay, great then. Because so I have for a daughter, I'm the person dropping them. That's the reason I'm
Got you.
asking.
Got you, buddy. No worries, Lenin. So we can adjust according to our feasibility.
I'll cross check with my wife and I'll let you know. So,
No worries,
so
no
when we
worries. You
can
can
start that training and how long? So 1.5 you said a
5 month,
month.
1 to 1.5 month if you need a detailed training and all. And if you need at a faster pace, we can do that. But again, that's gonna take 20 to 25 days at least. That needs, because you
Yeah,
have to
fair
that
enough
much of a.
that yeah, 1.5 month it's enough. So we can go for slow.
Mm-hmm,
Even I'll get some doubts and I need to be do some training as well.
mm-hmm.
Training,
Right.
training sales. Yeah,
Right. We'll
which
be
we are
assigning you
going
the
very
task
fast.
and everything every day. You have to complete that task. Okay. In case if you have any doubts, you can reach out us. So real time experience, hands-on experience, right? The practice is what you need to do. Okay. That needs a time. I
Mm-hmm.
don't mind, explaining the things, the whole architecture in one day. But again,
Uh-huh.
it depends how you're gonna take it. Right. So
Uh-huh.
there are, I have seen people, who gonna just say like, 20 days or 25 days of crash course of this complete Azure training and everything. To be honest, learning a fundamental for a new guy gonna take, 1 week,
Uh-huh.
right? So we are not like that. Again, we customize our trainings, okay, make ourselves adjusted as per the candidates.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So that's how it is. So anything for me, Lenin?
So, one more question.
Hmm.
So if I'm going to do some training over that Azure tenant or Entra ID Connect or
Hmm.
something, right?
Hmm.
So, do you have any set of training like a link or something, or how we can get it?
There is something called Azure DevOps tool we have. Okay, in the Azure DevOps we'll be giving you the access to our project. Okay,
Uh-huh.
in that project you will be as, access will be given, and accordingly the task will be given to you. You have to complete the task. But when it comes to the Azure portal and everything, okay, that is billable again. Okay, we will set up everything from our side. Okay, the tenant
Uh,
and everything, and we'll show you how we gonna set up this, the tenant and everything in the Intra ID starting from the scratch.
okay, okay.
So access will be given to you on the portal. You can
Mm.
create the user, you can delete the user, you can provide the access and everything. You can play around. Okay,
Okay,
that we're
okay.
gonna give you, no worries.
Okay, another question. Do you have any knowledge about a certificate server?
Okay, so what's a okay, so what sort of certificate that you're looking for?
Certificate server IAD in PKI.
PKI. Yes, I do have
So I'm looking for a certificate also, and
PKI. That would
yeah,
okay. So
looking
we
Okta also.
looking
Okta.
okay. So just update the same thing, to the Ganesh on this. So
Mm-hmm.
PKI is what I used to provide training on the PKIs as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be covered anyways. No worries.
How long it will take to complete?
For PKI again, I need to check on that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably it's gonna take 10 days, 1 week to 10 days it's gonna take, right?
Okay.
But again, we need, like I said, we need to have equal support from your side as well. So it depends on, varies from candidate to candidate again.
No, so I will definitely sure that I
Yes,
will be available.
yes, yes, yes.
Because it is demanding one of the subject where I am going. No, it is through it following me. So people are seeking support and looking that expectation also from my side. That's the reason.
I
I
understand. For security, part, we are they are using all these things. So that is the reason it is in. How does it work and everything? Whether it is a trusted party or everything will be configured.
Mm.
So I'm aware of it. So don't worry. So that training will be given. No worries. That is
Okay,
for the
fine.
security reasons we use. Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm. So that will
That's
be
it,
covered.
Gopal. Thank you so much. You have
No worries.
explained patiently and clearly. Thanks for that.
Mm-hmm. No worries. You're welcome. Ganesh Garu.
So, any questions, Lynn, for me or for Gopal?
Uh, yeah, that's. I don't have anything, so almost complete. So we can discuss.
Okay, sure, sure. Yeah, I'll give you a call in a few minutes. We'll discuss
No,
about other things. And also,
yeah,
meanwhile, confirm me. If everything is fine, we can start from from Monday.
yeah,
That's fine.
sure.
Okay. Okay, then see you. If you don't have a question, we can wrap up for now and see you on Monday.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Lenin.